think we can safely say that the Evo sets were not the greatest thing that Ninjago has ever seen. But we're past that now. We got a fresh new wave of sets and quite the season to go along with them. So let's see how they stack up. Nope. Well, it wouldn't be Ninjago without a $20 bike set, now would it? This set is pretty much exactly what you would expect. It is a simple bike design with no real flaws to it, but no real key features either. Although to be fair, I do like the reuse of the Evo Dragon head up front. Still, I think it's pretty clear that this set really isn't about the builds, but it's more about the minifigures, because just look at this J. It's transparent legs, transparent arms, new dragon hood mold, the Evo wing pieces are on the back. They really went all out with this minifigure and it shows. And it doesn't stop there. The Vengestone Warrior looks great as well with the new dual molded headpiece and weapon. And speaking of weapons, as a part of this wave, we are getting brand new molds of the golden weapons of Spinjitzu, and in this set we get the Nunchucks of Lightning, which actually look pretty good. However, at the end of the day, it comes down to this. 137 pieces, $20. The minifigures are great, but this set just isn't a great value at that price. The set that almost got away. Cole's Dragon Cruiser fills another Ninjago staple with the $40 car set, and this one is a little bit weird. I'm usually a big fan of Cole's sets, but this one just really isn't doing it for me. The color blocking is a little bit weird, which by the way, get used to hearing that because I'm going to be talking about that a lot in this video. The front of this thing, it's entirely orange, but then the sides are all black. And it's not that bad because they made the windshield trans orange, so it kind of fits in a little bit, but it is a little bit strange. It does have a function where the blades in the front can flip forward, but honestly, I don't think it really looks that good with the blades up front, and the Technic assembly for the function is super exposed, so the entire thing, it just looks a little bit incomplete. This is once again another set that is all about the minifigures for me. We have a brand new version of Revenge Snake, another Vengestone Warrior, obviously we have Cole, and then we have the highlight of the set being the dragon version of Kai. Now unfortunately he does have a horribly downgraded version of the Sword of Fire. I do not know what they were thinking with this one, but this one is now they messed this one up bad. But generally speaking, this is just a set that's there. It's not horribly overpriced or anything, but it's not that special. This is a set that I imagine a lot of people expected to be higher on this list, but I'll explain why it's not. First of all, I actually do like the look of this set quite a bit. It is actually shockingly similar how similar this is to the Lloyd Legendary Dragon set we got in the Winter Wave. I honestly believe that set was just them practicing to make this one because they are unbelievably similar. The heads here, they're kind of hit and miss. Personally, I would have preferred for them to be a little bit smaller so it would have a little bit of a less cluster look, but it's not that bad. I also do like the rotating wing function, and once again, just generally speaking, I like the look of this dragon build. Minifigure wise, we do get the golden versions of all four of the ninja, and I haven't mentioned it earlier, but this wave is going really crazy as far as minifigures go. We actually have 3 versions of the ninja in this wave. We have a normal version, we have the golden version that we see in this set, and then of course we have the golden dragon versions. So this set we get the 4 normal versions, or the 4 golden versions of our main 4 ninja, as well as the exclusive Oni looking Lloyd and Crystal King minifigure. So all in all here, good minifigures, good build, but here's the problem. This set is 989 pieces for $140. And listen, I know price per piece isn't the end all be all, but even if you ignore that and you just look at this set, this is not a $140 set. It's not even close to being a $140 set. This is a set that I look at and at the absolute max I see $120, and that's pushing it quite a bit. So again, I don't think this is a bad set in terms of the actual build or design or anything like that, but I don't think it's even close to being worth this price point. There's a lot to like about this new Samurai X mech. It has 8 minifigures, including an exclusive Nia, Sensei Wu, Pythor, and what I assume is Nelson and Garmadon. The mini villain dragon looks pretty good, and then the mech itself has a really solid design. This has got to be the biggest LEGO mech to ever have knee articulation, and it has full articulation across the arms. But if you look across the community, people are very split on this set. So what's the problem here? Well, At least to me, it really comes all down to, once again, the color blocking. They have done a really poor job evenly distributing the colors here. And to prove this, let me show how much of a difference just changing a few pieces will make on this thing. First off, this red X in the middle, it's just too much. You gotta either stick with the blue or the red, you can't have both. But there's almost no red anywhere else on this mech, so it just doesn't fit in. So ideally, this piece would be black. But to make things a little bit easier, I'm gonna make it gray. Now that alone makes this set look a million times better. But just to go a little bit further, let's adjust the arms and legs just to even things out a little bit more, and just for fun, we'll do the head too. And now maybe I'm crazy, but I think this looks way better than what they actually did here. And all I did was just slightly change the colors. And even technically speaking, the best option here is actually the secret fireman mech, where you just make it all red. But yeah, for me, it's a good set, but the color distribution is just really bad here. This set is actually pretty cool. This is our first villain set of the wave, and there's quite a bit going on here. First of all, I love all these trans pink pieces. They look good on both this set and in the villain minifigures. I also do really like how they've designed this set to be basically a bunch of floating structures that you need to reach to grab the golden weapons. My personal favorite thing though is that they actually have the cage suspended using a tensity structure, which is pretty much the only thing that's keeping it in place is the tension between the chain links, which I think is kind of a cool design choice. Now, I did allude to this earlier, but I do gotta point out the new golden weapons. We do get all 4 of them here. The shurikens have been very slightly updated, but the star of the show here is really the scythe quates. This thing is everything the Sword of Fire is not. It is amazing. It is far and away the best version we've ever gotten of this weapon, and I cannot wait to get my hands on it. They really did do a good job with this one. Also, this is the cheapest set to get the Crystal King minifigure in, as well as the normal version of all 4 of the Ninja. But all in all, this is a pretty great set. This set is definitely one of the more unique vehicle sets we've gotten in a while, and I actually do like this set a lot. It's got the same thing as the Cole set where the blades can flip forward, but it just looks a lot better here. This set also has 3 exclusive minifigures and Skylar, who has a brand new face print by the way. We also get Mr. E, and then we have the Golden Dragon version of Zane. Now, when this set was first revealed, this was actually my favorite set because I looked at the pictures and I was like, wow, there's a lot of good stuff here. Looks like a nice $70 set. Ha! Just kidding. I tricked you. It's actually $90 with 624 pieces. Like, come on, man. I know they kind of went off here with the minifigures, so I could live with $80, but $90 is just too much for this set, man. This set is basically just the Legacy Stormfighter, but cheaper and with more gold. The color blocking on this set is again a little bit questionable because it looks like they designed the entire thing to be gold, and then they realized at the end that they needed to throw some white pieces in there so people knew it was Zane, and so we just have these 2 giant white panels on there, but I still do kind of like it. Once again, they also did a really nice reuse of the Evo Dragon head up in the front of the cockpit, which is really cool, and they even got a transformation function on this thing. Minifigures here are great as well, new exclusive Vangelis and a Dragon Cole who does have the Scythe of Quakes, as well as the Gold Zane, and this is actually a reasonably priced set at $30. The only thing that is keeping this set from number 1 is that for some reason they decided to tip the entire cockpit section forward, which you just know is gonna look stupid. Like, imagine you had a real jet, but it looked like this. That's what this set's gonna be. And we've made it to the top here. We have our other villain set, the Crystal King. Now, this set is a little bit strange to me because the thing with this set is that they designed this set to be like a centaur. So we have like a main mech build for the torso, but then we have 4 legs on the bottom. And I'm not really big on the leg builds. Like, the ones in the front aren't that bad, but the ones in the back, yeah, those are less than ideal. The thing for me is that if they made it a normal 2-legged mech, I actually think it would have been a lot better because they could have bulked up the legs a bit and it would have just made the design feel a lot more cohesive. But that is something that a lot of people might just, completely disagree with me on, so it is entirely subjective. Also, once again, I really do like how they use the trans pink pieces on these villains. It looks really good here on the actual build as well as the minifigures. And speaking of the minifigures, we do have an exclusive Harumi who has a brand new face print, which is cool to see. But otherwise, things are pretty normal. And I do think at $70, this is the overall best set, at least in terms of value, especially when you compare it to the bigger ones. Personally though, I still think this is a really cool build, although I do think it could have been just a little bit better. so there we have it for my ranking of this wave. I'm not gonna lie, this is one of the harder ranking videos I've had to make because this wave is very mid, at least in my opinion. It's not really all that, and the prices are really up there for some of these sets. So this list kind of fluctuated a lot. I didn't even number it because my opinions just are going to change on this so much. I don't want this really set in stone. But that's going to be it. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, see you guys later.